What's going on, YouTube? I'm in a good mood right now. I'm high off life. This is another movie review with
Big White Honky.
NexusProdgy.
what's going on, y'all. This is gonna be two movies in for one. So you're not paying $15.99, you're paying $8.25. You're getting a good deal right now. We're gonna be talking about Interstellar and Inception, both Christopher Nolan films. This is gonna be videos. This video and the next one is all about Christopher Nolan and his masterpieces that he created and millions he made. All right. So giving everyone the heads up right now. I did not watch Interstellar. It was on Putlocker. I don't have the link. I'm sorry. It wasn't on Epic's On Demand. So, yeah. Inception I did watch. So, if I have any questions, I will ask Big White Honky and NexusProdgy on Interstellar. But Inception, if I forget anything, I'm going to just wing it. So, this once again, this is going to be a long review. If you watch all of it, thank you. Like and subscribe to me, to Big White Honky, and to NexusProdgy on YouTube and on Twitter and Facebook. All right.
Not my Facebook. I won't get
All right. So, which movie you guys want to start first? Which eye?
Let's start with Inception. Yeah.
Inception.
Since
All
you know
right.
that one.
All right. So we all know Inception, directed by Christopher Nolan, recently came out 3-4 years ago. I will
I
say.
think it was 5 years ago, actually.
It was after The Dark Knight, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was 5 years ago.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh wow, look at that. So we all know the cast. He had Leo. He had Tom Hardy. He had Michael Caine. He had what's that girl's name?
Ellen Page.
Mm-hmm. He had
Justin
Kitty.
Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah.
He had a lot of people. All right.
You said Michael Caine, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy that played
And
Scarecrow.
Kim Watanabe.
Yeah. Well, I forgot the Japanese man. I what movie he was in?
Godzilla.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another great movie.
It's kind of sad to remember him from that movie, but oh well. So I don't have no notes. This video is gonna be an all around wing it type of film, but we're gonna start little by little. You know, if we start in the middle, we start in the middle. Start at the end, start at the end. Beginning. But we will talk. All right. So
Yeah.
you guys started off. I'll finish last.
So what did you think of the movie, Javi?
I really liked it. I thought the concept of implanting a memory inside of somebody's dream was like kind of mind-blowing, and how they kind of pulled off everything.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was something new and different that we haven't seen in a while. Even though it was a heist movie, the way they did the heist it's like a way we've never seen it before.
Yeah, it was completely original, and it makes The Matrix look like it was directed by a bunch of amateurs.
Yeah, basically child's play.
Mm-hmm. I really love the way that Leonardo DiCaprio's character in this movie, he's so obsessed with dreams that it's hard for him to even tell if he's even in a dream or not, because you can see it in his face and his facial expressions, because he's constantly twirling that top around.
Yeah, because he said that if it falls, that basically means he's in that realm that you just lost your mind and stuff.
Yeah.
I thought that was it spins forever.
No, it doesn't spin forever. It just it wakes you up. It brings you back to reality. That's what it
No,
is.
I thought if you spin the top and if it doesn't fall over, that means if he's in a dream. But if it does fall over, he's in reality.
Shit, you see, it's been a while, man.
Yeah.
Google it, somebody. Personally, I like the film. It's a mind blower. It's a teaser. You know, you don't really know what's gonna happen next,
Mm-hmm.
because you go in a dream to another dream, Well, to a
Yeah.
person's subconscious, 3 times, and it never really happened. Because, they even said in the movie, no one ever did that. You could put two plants in, stuff like that. But I like Christopher Nolan as a director. When it comes down to him and his writing skills and his directing skills, he's A1. He's one in a million that, like, he could start at the top and he won't get down. His throne will stay there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Basically, at this point in his career, he can do no wrong.
Yeah. Basically, because if we all look at it, like, his movies are realistic, futuristic, realism.
Gritty.
Yeah. Very good. It borders fantasy and I don't want to say horror, but it borders fantasy and real life thrillers.
Yeah.
It's very good, but
What
I
did y'all think about the special effects in the movie?
He doesn't use CGI that much. He makes a
well,
lot of
the-
things.
The dream sequences, some had to be CGI, when
Like the buildings
they
falling
show the
down and stuff
landscape
like that.
going up and
yeah, and then the subconscious started attacking her because she started changing the environment.
yeah, that some of that had to be CGI, and I thought it looked pristine.
It did.
And like the Dark Knight, he didn't use that much CGI. So you know what he did? He created like a building, and then he just had like cameras in there, and then he just showed like the explosion and stuff like that. But we're going to talk about that in tomorrow's video.
Yeah.
But all right. So Leonardo, we all know his character and stuff, that
Cobb.
he wants to basically get back his wife and the children.
Yeah, or
No.
he
No, I
wants
thought the
to,
wife was
build
dead.
the memory of his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I suck as a reviewer, man.
Alright, don't worry.
This is why
Yeah.
you need to
We're here
review
for it.
Inception in the morning.
Yeah.
Dude, I've been preoccupied, man. I'm sorry. But I like Leo's character because he's trying to find a way to get back to who he was and stuff. Because if every time you looked at it, every time he was in a person's subconscious, his wife will show up and she will ruin everything.
Yeah, just completely fuck that shit up. That pissed me off, man.
His
And
wife is
Yeah,
pretty
we're trying to
hot.
get back to
Talia
our
al Ghul.
children.
yeah, Talia al Ghul, right?
Yeah, it's amazing how Christopher Nolan uses a lot of the same people in his movies.
And they're all the same. And they're all the same roles if you think about it.
Yeah.
Michael Caine, Alfred, in Inception. Who was he? He was like an Alfred.
Yeah.
And
he was
then-
he was Ellen Page's father in the movie.
And
I thought he
then
was Cobb's father.
Was he?
Yeah, because he was the professor at some college, and Ellen Page was a student.
oh,
Oh, I don't know.
I want to say that was it.
and then he was in Interstellar too, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
he was.
He has these guys like on a retainer, I would say. Like, hey, I'm about to make a $500 million film. You want to be involved on this one. Shoot, but then Leo finds Ellen Page because she can do things in dreams. That she could make mazes, I believe, or make illusions. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, she can make him on the spot.
Yeah, she's like the best architect they can find.
Mm-hmm. But I forgot. If you put something in the dream that's like related to you or something like that in the movie, that something happens. I forgot.
It's like a kick, isn't it?
No, it's not a kick. Like I forgot. Remember the first time that her and Leo, they're in. She's making all the architects, like she's making stairs. She had all the mirrors. and then she got attacked by people.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what it was, but then I think they threw her in water or something to wake her up.
No, it's they stabbed her and they killed her and she woke up. Because the subconscious doesn't like other people messing with their dreams.
Yeah, because the subconscious is fragile.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, it's all coming back.
Any deviation can really, truly mess up the psyche, so.
Yeah. And then we had Tom Hardy. He was the grifter. He could transform into somebody. And I like that. It was nice.
Yeah, he scopes out the target.
Mm-hmm. Knows all their motives, how they talk, how they move, walk, all that. But in the movie, he talked kind of low. You know what I mean? Like he had his European voice, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I didn't really hear him talk as himself very much in the movie.
Yeah.
I thought he was Australian.
He's some race, but you know what I mean. Like he wasn't talking loud. Like he was just like, yeah.
He wasn't doing his Bane voice.
Come on, don't disrespect, man.
The people.
All right. So we had Leo, Ellen, Tom. Then we had the Asian guy. I forgot his name, but
Ken Watanabe.
he had all the money. He had the resources, basically.
Yeah. He plays such spectacular roles in any movie he's in. He also played in a movie, I think it came out in 2006, 2005. It was called Memoirs of a Geisha, and he played an excellent role in that as well.
Never watched it. I know it was a racy movie when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
Cause but
yeah, it portrayed geishas as harlots in Westerners' eyes.
Yeah, but times have changed now. You could be a whore. Look at 50 Shades of Grey. I saw it with a girl recently, and they held nothing back.
I hate that movie.
Jim was probably jerking it.
Nah. It was kind of awkward at times. But other than that, we had the guy that was in Scarecrow. I forgot his name. He's a good actor as well. The only solo movie I seen him in was in Red Eye with Rachel McAdams.
Yeah, I've seen that.
But basically he's the guy that they had to put the idea in his head that to be like a fortune millionaire or some.
Yeah, Robert Fisher. Yeah.
Yeah, they had to do something.
Yeah, because if he had gained control of his father's company, he would have destroyed the economy.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember.
There's
a lot.
There's
a lot of things to talk about.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the money shot of the movie.
All right.
Which is the hallway fight scene where everything defies gravity.
Oh my god, that was so good, man. Constantly jumping off the walls. Joseph Gordon-Levitt was totally kicking ass in that scene, man.
I forgot all about him. We didn't even mention him. Wow, it's all right now. Quick question: do you think they were in a cube that was rotating? You understand what I mean?
Oh yeah, they've shown the behind the scenes. They
Damn it,
built
man.
that whole set on a rotating steel beam.
Yeah.
And they just had one camera in one scene, and they rotated around the camera, and so, and the actor Levitt talked about it, and he was saying that in order to not get sick, he had to think that, all right, so this is the floor.
Yeah.
Now this is the floor. Now this is the floor. So he wouldn't get sick and wouldn't get distracted.
Yeah, and if to think about it, like a scene like that is like a very original and is very difficult to do.
Yeah.
Because they're fighting. Only like the four walls are moving, but then you have like that one, like the end of the wall, it wasn't moving. It was just like them, and stuff. But yeah.
I can't remember which director it was, but Christopher Nolan took inspiration from a different director's movie about that one scene. Whose movie was it? Oh, God, I wish I could remember.
What movie?
What actors? Even that might even help.
Oh, I don't remember.
We'll come back to it if you remember it. I forgot what was his part in the movie. Joseph.
He was the monitor of them.
Yeah.
They go under. He keeps everything normalized, so that way, if anything goes wrong, he can give them a kick and wake them back into reality.
Yep, I remember he had the bomb in the suitcase or something like that. Yeah, it's all coming back little by little.
Yeah, and using that
Cause
using that really strong drug and music.
The sound, the music, the violin music.
If you call that the money shot, what about when Leonardo is going into the tub and everything is just slow motion?
Wait, in the beginning of the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really good.
Like,
yeah, right before he pushes Ken Watanabe onto the floor and messes everything up by making the carpet polyester instead of, what is it, cotton or...
yeah, like...
Something like that.
I want to know how they did that in the editing. Because I know in real life it was like mad quick. But just to have it, show the water rising mad slow. And
well, don't they have certain still frame cameras that do that? They record everything slowly.
They do.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
You can accentuate on certain aspects of a picture or a frame.
Technology, man. It's upgrading
Probably
quicker.
the editing process. They probably made it look sharper.
Yeah.
I know if I was I know if I was in the editing room and I was seeing the slow motion in person, I'm like, dude, this is a hit.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd probably have to say the person I'm most impressed with in this movie, aside from Leonardo DiCaprio as Cobb, but is Cillian Murphy as Robert Fisher. I really think that he comes off as a bad guy, or he's portrayed as a bad guy at first in the movie. But once they explore his character through progression and story development, I really think that he comes into his own and it showcases how great of an actor he really is. Because you see, he's learning more about himself and his family throughout the movie. So once they introduce him, he's a bad guy. But by the end of the movie, you like the guy.
Yeah, because they went through a lot of barriers to get to where they had to go. Because I remember they're on a plane. They had how many hours? I think they had 5 hours, right?
13.
13 hours.
I thought it was 8 or 11.
They had a certain amount of hours to get to the subconscious, 3 times altogether.
Yeah.
And I remember the first barrier was they're in the rain, right? Then the second barrier was the snow, and then the third barrier was just basically the box, right?
Yeah, it was the beach.
The free world.
Mm-hmm.
The beach, you create everything. You make your own reality.
It's on the very edge of the subconscious. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
But then,
I like how the water symbolized the subconscious itself.
And then, Leo's wife, once again, shows up because he thinks of her. So, once he thinks of her, she ruins everything. But, I know this is going to be off topic, but, you saw how, he watched her kill herself? Now, what would you have done if you were to see, your wife in that state? It's difficult, right?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't. I definitely wouldn't have jumped if I had children to come back to, but I probably would have done the same thing he had done. Try and convince
Yeah.
her to come down, don't jump. We have a family to go back to, but she's already
She
gone
thought it was
batshit
still-
crazy.
She thought it was still a dream, and she wanted to wake up to her real kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I think in the movie they said if you do it for a certain amount of time, you know, you lose track of what is what.
Yeah.
That's why he had the little spinning top. You know, we get back to that. So,
Yeah, which was originally his wife's, and that's how he planted the Inception inside of her. That's how he incepted the notion that this world is not real inside of her mind. Was he cracked into her safe, and he spun it.
I just, you know what, you saw how, you know how you said the spinning wall, but you know what was also nice? I think it's also in the beginning of the film when Leonardo he was just shooting people with the silencer gun,
Mm-hmm.
and then the house was coming down with sand, or I think it was with water. Yeah, it was with water, and that was a good scene.
Yeah, it was.
And then he's looking at the papers, and the water finally hits him.
Had to remember everything before he goes back.
Yeah. Yeah, that's at the end of the movie, right?
No, it's at the beginning.
Yeah, it's in the beginning.
Oh,
From their
yeah.
From their heist in Ken Watanabe.
It's funny how you go into a person's head, and then all of a sudden you're working together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that. Started off as oppositions, and then as you know, opposing each other, and then they came together to try and better each other's lives. Sort of you scratch my back, I scratch yours, sort of way.
Yeah, one had the money to do everything. That's how they're able to sit together. They're in the airplane, change the flight, not change the flight, but ride through the airport and stuff.
Yeah.
Alright. So yeah, you two, you see we're all over the place. What was fun, what was nice was when they entered the dude's mind, you know, when they're all on the airplane and it's raining and stuff like that, and you know, they just find out the dude has security in his mind. Like,
Yeah. Well, what I think is so great about, you know, when they enter his mind, you know, there's rain, and then, you know, the next part of the dream sequence, that there's snow around it, and then, you know, the next part of that, they go into, you know, the edge of the subconscious. But what I thought was great was, you know, the rain symbolized the pain that he had in his heart, you know, full of regret with his father, and then the snow, you know, essentially represented the same thing, but, you know, on a much deeper level. And it's something that they don't really talk about in the movie, but if you've taken a few psychology classes, you can plainly see that.
What about you, Nex? What you think of that when they entered the dude's mind?
Well, I thought it was pretty insane how they would just go into one level of his mind. Alright, we have to crack this, so we have to go into another sleep to crack this,
Yeah.
and go into one last sleep and finally crack this to crack open everything and get what we need.
Yeah.
Like, I was just like, huh, what?
Yeah, that brings me to a question, you know. At the end of the movie, well, at that scene, Leonardo DiCaprio comes up to a Sicilian or Robert Fisher, and he tells him, you know, he's part of his subconscious, you know, he's here to protect him, that people are here to try and extract some sort of memory from him. And he questions him, but at the end of the movie, once he sees Leonardo DiCaprio in you know, the real world, or what's supposedly the real world, he doesn't question why Leonardo DiCaprio looks so much like his subconscious.
Oh no, because he said, I'm just a projectile of your subconscious.
Mm.
So you saw me, and your subconscious is using my image. to get this message across.
I probably didn't hear that.
Yeah, because that's what they had to do. They had to maneuver things around. They had to convince him what he's thinking is not really a good plan.
Yeah.
But they couldn't really do all that because I forgot, they say if they do too much or mention too much, the mind will know or something.
Mm-hmm.
But those are some tough scenes. I mean, those were some good dreams and stuff. You know, like they enter the guy into his dream the first time, and all of a sudden you got the guards shooting, and they're just trying to get out the way, and then all of a sudden you see like a big ass truck tank, coming out of nowhere and just demolishing everything that's in its way and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then Saito gets shot.
Mm-hmm.
And you're sitting there wondering, it's like, man, is he going to make it? Is he going to make it?
Yeah, because if you do die, you
go into limbo.
Mm-hmm.
And you're
released that deep down into your dream state.
And you're basically vanished, you're gone.
You can live in your dreams for like 50 years.
That'd
50
be
years
so
in your
cool, man.
It'll be
maybe like a week in real life. You live 50 years in your dreams.
Yeah.
Especially a dream that you think about in the back of your mind, Just imagine you had a nightmare and you don't sleep for a good day, and you do go into that limbo. Just imagine you reliving that nightmare. Excuse me.
Horrible.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you can only imagine what Kid Watanabe was feeling at the end of the movie.
He survived, but he was on life's thin edge, basically.
Yeah, he'd started forgetting memories, forgetting himself.
And if you notice, when it comes to a movie like that, you got the whole team. A random person gets shot, and it's always in the rib cage, in the lungs and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's kind of weird. Like, why do you even do that? Why kill off the character? Sometimes I don't think people should kill off a character, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah. It's like to deviate from the subject, that's like in Godzilla, they had Bryan Cranston, best actor in the movie aside from Ken Watanabe, and they kill him off like at the end of the first act.
Yeah, the best emotional scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so great.
His son saw his dad just fall off the metal ledge. Mm-hmm. Not to his death, but that's what I originally thought, and then rumor had it, or maybe it wasn't a rumor, but Bryan Cranston, he did not like the way he died in the film.
Oh, I didn't like the way he died.
I was pissed. I kept expecting him to come back to life.
Yeah.
Not really come back to life, but at least be of some help.
Mm-hmm.
But, fuck it, man. That's what writers do,
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, how did you all feel the actors portrayed off each other's strengths and weaknesses in the movie?
Well, they were all been in past movies together, so I thought their chemistry was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you're with a director for a while, they really get to know you. They break it down how they see you as an actor, how you can portray the character that you're in, and stuff like that. So I think that's really good overall to have that bond, that chemistry, basically, like you said. What about you, Whitey?
Well, I really liked the way they played off each other's strengths and weaknesses, especially Ellen Page. She it seemed to me in the movie that she was really Cobb's anchor. to keep him grounded in reality every time he started deviating from the plan to try and go see Mal, and then, try and break the rules that he himself placed. Don't do this while you're in dreams. Don't do that while in dreams. She said, hey, everyone needs to know what you're doing. You need to come back to reality. You need to let her go. She was his anchor, and I really liked that.
Yeah. And it's Ellen Page's second biggest movie she ever made.
Mm-hmm.
Because Juno was one, and then this one.
Yeah.
It's funny.
X-Men Days of Future Past.
Yeah, she was, what is it, Shadowcat?
I don't even want to count that, man. She didn't really have a role. She had lines. There's a difference.
Yeah.
Like right now we have lines, but some people get that once in a billion chance to be in a film, with a good director and stuff like that, and you come out on top. But then you have your 15 minutes of fame, then you gotta get back to doing shitty films,
And to be God's honest truth, I didn't enjoy anything about the movie Juno. Even her performance, which was adequate, but I didn't enjoy that film at all. So I'm really glad that she got another chance with Inception.
Yeah.
But there's one thing. I wish they had explored totems more, because you only really see 2 totems in the movie.
You had the spinning top, and then she created that chess piece.
Yeah. And that makes me wonder, it was like, what other totems do it? What other totems do all the other characters have? I mean, none of them really have that, and I was wondering, I was like, man, that would be so cool to explore that. Even in deleted scenes, that would have been great to explore.
I don't think other people, well, from my perspective, you know what I mean? But, like, they probably didn't have anything because they're not the guys that go in your mind and do the work. They're just, like, the side people.
Yeah, they set everything up.
Yeah, so once they finish...
They're the expendables.
Yeah, basically you could say that.
Because the first architect that they have, they just leave them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he tried ratting him out in the first movie.
Or in the first part, yeah.
First part of the movie, not first movie. But, how did you all feel about the chemist in the movie?
What you mean?
Oh, that one weird guy that was like the driver.
Yeah, and he administered the drugs.
He didn't really add anything special to it.
Oh.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what I felt. He was good for the part he played, but he didn't add anything spectacular.
But he had those people in dreams for a long freaking time.
Yeah, he did. He did a lot to save their asses, too.
I think the one interesting thing they touched upon is how when they first go to his place, there are like 20 people laying in bed administering their drug because their dreams is their reality and their reality is their dream.
Yeah.
I was like...
It's all topsy-turvy.
Yeah, I thought that was an interesting spot they could have gone on if they wanted to do a sequel.
No, I don't think that movie deserves a sequel. I think...
Not a sequel, but like kind of like...
A prequel?
Not a prequel would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could definitely
kind
go
of showing...
I mean, I don't...
How they first came up with Inception.
Yeah, I don't mind a prequel. But you can always go wrong with a prequel,
Yeah.
Because like, you can always go wrong with a sequel, but if you fuck up a prequel, you basically ruin the first movie.
Yeah, the majority of the time they do. I haven't seen very many prequels that are very good.
Because they don't really make as much. Alright. Underworld and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, they're the only 2 that I know of that had prequels and stuff.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Star Wars has a prequel? Which one?
Episode 1 through 3.
Those are prequels?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, okay, now y'all know something, YouTube. Psh,
And then,
all right.
let's see, Paranormal Activity.
Isn't like one of them is a prequel to the first one?
Oh, the fifth one or something like that. I don't know. They make so much, man. All based on true stories, but they actually have actors. And to be honest, YouTube, I thought it was the real people, like in the film and stuff like that. Yeah, I know it's kind of weird me saying that, but I thought it was the actual people that witnessed the ghost and stuff like that, and it happened to them. And then some people found the footage, and then it showed it. But yeah.
Really?
Yeah, but then at the very end of the movie, they have, oh, hey, look, here's a cast of actors that played in the movie.
No, I'm for real. Yeah, I'm for real, Javi. Like, here's another thing. Titanic, Leonardo DiCaprio, when he died in the water, I'm a little kid. I thought he died in real life. I thought it was a real movie.
I did the exact same thing when I saw that, man.
And then I saw him on the red carpet, and I went to my mom. I'm like, Mom, he died. How he came back to life? And she's like, he's an actor and stuff.
Yeah. He's played in some exceptional movies.
But he never won an award. That's the thing about Leo.
Leo's been nominated for like 25 Oscars, not won one, and like did multiple movies.
The thing is,
and then Eminem's done one movie and won an Oscar.
Yep.
Who cares, man? It's a rapper. I understand he made his own soundtrack. It was all about his own life and bullshit. And he had actors, okay? Let's keep that one in perspective. He had Falcon. All right.
Yeah, Anthony Mackie's a good actor.
Look, I think when he did Pain and Gain, that was a good film. I liked it, But
yeah, it was funny and weird.
if you look at it, what other movie did he do outside of Avengers and Pain and Gain? The Hurt Locker. Yeah, I remember that one. But
yeah, I haven't seen The Hurt Locker.
And let me tell you, that is Jeremy Renner's best film. 3.5 stars. It should have gone 4, but yeah. All right, so now getting off topic, but oh well, doesn't really matter.
What do you all think overall of Inception?
Fantastic film. It's basically, how can I say? All right, I watched Shutter Island about 10 times, and I still, to this day, don't know what is what in the end. Don't know if Leonardo is the person in the Looney's bin or he's a cop.
Yeah.
So Inception is almost about the same, but I get my answer.
What do you think the end is? Do you think he's in reality, or do you think he's still in limbo?
I think he's in reality because he had his children.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's a number of things that showcase that throughout the movie. I read a couple of reviews and comments, and some people say that in reality he doesn't have a wedding ring on, but in the dreams he does have a wedding ring on. And in the very last scene, where he spins the top and goes to his children, you don't see a wedding ring on his finger. But yeah, that last line in the movie, in the airport right before he leaves, "Welcome home, Mr. Cobb," that really conveys all the emotion you need at the very end of the movie, that he worked so hard to get back to his children, and he's finally been able to do it.
Yeah, that's all he wanted, because he was a wanted man and stuff.
Yeah.
But overall, the movie is a 9.5.
Oh yeah, definitely 9.5.
Yeah, 9.5.
Because it's Christopher Nolan. Script is on point, and the movies he makes like that, it really gets you thinking. It really makes you wake up your mind and stuff. Like, get off your phone and question what you're watching. You know, start a discussion like what we're doing right now.
I feel like my mind was blown watching it the first time.
Mm-hmm.
You can't imagine watching it the first time and high. How crazy that movie would be.
God, man. You imagine if you were tripping on acid when you were watching that movie?
Oh, man.
You'd probably die.
I mean, there's no, like, epilepsy, you won't have that one, but you will be on some trippy shit.
Yeah, but yeah, definitely movies like Inception and Interstellar that we'll be talking about next. Christopher Nolan really shows that movies like that are why the film genre is considered art.
Yeah.
Because there's so many expressions and so many ideas and the way you can take certain things, it's so just amazingly crafted.
And I would be so happy if he came out the blue and said, "Hey guys, I'm directing another DC film. I don't care if even if it's animated.
That'd be awesome.
Christopher Nolan does The Killing Joke.
Nah, I mean,
More Death in the Family.
if he does anything, I know most definitely I know he will bring back Christian Bale.
I don't know.
I think he would, and he probably will change his voice, not to be so angry, but to be still that badass, intimidating, like basically like this guy Kevin Conroy, like him, like something like that type of, like a sturdy.
Ron Perlman's voice for Batman.
Yeah, I mean, he did play Batman, right? Ron Perlman.
I think he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
So I'd have to look it up.
he's a soothing Batman. That's for sure. You know, his voice. But as a biker, he's a badass.
Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah. So, YouTube, this is just part 1. Right now, we're about to get into part 2 of the film. So yes, the minutes are going up. Like I said, this is a long video. If you watch it and you stop, take a break, all right, that's good, you know, but please come back and finish this video because this is a long discussion and I think you're going to find what we have to say intriguing, interesting, all the I's and the N's.
Yep. Yeah, Ron Perlman played Batman in Brave and the Bold.
Okay. Okay, Hellboy 3 confirmed still.
Oh man, I didn't like Hellboy as much as I liked Hellboy 2, but I still liked both movies.
Guillermo del Toro, man.
Mm-hmm.
What was that movie he did with Paul Giamatti, Robert Rodriguez? It was about a war. It was about a fountain or something. I forgot. Like The Lady in the Water. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was called. Hold on, am I still recording? Yes, I'm still recording. I gotta make sure. Lady in the Water. Yes, Lady in the Water. Paul Giamatti. He's a good actor. I like him.
Water. I think I've seen that movie.
Yeah, it was one of those films, you know, not big overall like money wise, but it was a film.
So it would be a B-rate film.
Yeah, like you ever saw Pan's Labyrinth?
Oh yeah.
That's a good film, but
Good movie.
my mom told me that I think it's a demon. The movie. It's about like a demon or something like that. She told me because it was like something related in the Bible or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might have seen Lady in the Water when I was half drunk watching TV one night. So I'd have to go back and watch it.
Alright. So yeah, YouTube, we right now we just, like I said, I didn't watch Interstellar, so I'm gonna be the one asking questions and I'm gonna be the one listening to what the guys have to say. Yeah, so don't worry. This is still intermission, but we're going to continue talking because I think what we talk about behind the scenes, I think you want to see it in the scenes.
Yeah. Definitely a must-see movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, must see.
There's a lot of must-see films, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a better space movie than Gravity.
I hated Gravity, man.
I never watched Gravity, and you know what? I probably would have to watch Cinema Sins.
Yeah, everything wrong with Gravity?
Yeah, I think I'll have to watch that, and
Yeah, definitely.
so I could just waste 20 minutes of my time. And look, I gave you a shout out, Cinema Sins. All right. Before I didn't like you guys, and
get mad.
Excuse me. So yeah. My YouTube's starting to get a couple views, man. I think because
Thanks to all the listeners.
That's right.
Well, also I think it's my thumbnails.
Yeah.
Or maybe we should have King of Comics shout out again.
Thumbnail for mine in this one.
Nah, I mean, King of Comics thumbnails, they're cool and stuff, but it looks like J Roars. I'm just sorry, but that's what it looks like. I understand I'm filming this, but hey, you know, I gotta be real, man.
You can always edit it out.
No, I can't. This is on webcam. I mean, I could send the video to Honky, but I meant to Jeff, but I don't wanna. This is already 46 minutes. This is probably gonna be like a 10, 12 hour recording session to upload.
Well, if you guys want, we can stop the recording right now.
All right, I'll stop it right now. So
after.
yeah, so YouTube, I'm gonna stop the video right now. This is already 47 minutes in. Part 2 is coming right now. When I finish giving out all my subscription stuff, I'm starting it all over again. So my name is TimHyped, and my guests were
Big White Honky.
NexusProdgy.
fucking like and subscribe. Do it, damn it.
Do it.